So for a lot of agencies, it can be a real challenge to generate enough leads through selling, which is why I think focusing more on a marketing-led approach to business development can be more effective. Hey there, it's Jody Sutter of the Sutter Company, and it's Just Ask Jody. It's that time when I take a question from an agency around an issue they're having with business development, and I'll answer that question in 4 minutes or less. And today the question is, how can we scale our agency without hiring a salesperson? Now, I'm a little bit curious about the context behind this question, which unfortunately I don't have. So I'm curious to know if the context was that the agency owner didn't want to hire a salesperson because they just inherently don't like the idea of sales and they want to try to generate business without that. If that's the case, I'm not going to address that in this video, but I would say seriously reconsider that, because sales is a really useful function for most agencies. But I will say that for a small agency, and I think this is probably the context of the question, for a small agency, it's really hard to find the right person and then support and sustain that person, to be able to pay them enough essentially to have them make an impact. And so that small agency between say 5 and 25 people is probably better off relying on the team that they have in place. And I think the best way to make the most of the team that you have in place, especially the leadership team, when you're looking to scale your agency through growth, is by relying on your professional profile, your professional reputation in the marketplace, whether that's the professional reputation of the agency or of the owner of the agency or the key leader. And by the way, if you are an agency with, say, 2 or more partners, I would still focus on the profile of one of those partners, maybe the one with a more market ready or more promotionally oriented profile or personality. So you want to develop your professional reputation in the marketplace. And you do that by speaking to the right audiences, the right conferences, or writing, whether it's a book or articles, or by fielding proprietary original research, or by starting a webinar video series or a podcast. All of these are marketing-oriented activities versus sales-oriented activities. Marketing-oriented activities tend to be one to many or one to more than one, and sales activities tend to be more one-to-one, one person communicating with another person or one person to another company. What I like about marketing activities for a small agency is that they are a little bit more scalable. So you as the agency owner will probably still be the leader of whatever marketing tactic or whatever marketing initiative is right for you. However, once you get things going and you start to see some success and see leads coming in, it's easier to get the support you need to keep it going, to power that flywheel. Because usually the support you need is probably more on the logistical side, like doing the research, securing speaking gigs, formatting the content, finding new platforms for that content to be distributed, rather than the stuff that really you are good at. So you can stay focused on what you're good at and build that team to help you grow the effect of that content. And then the idea is, by growing that professional reputation, getting good thought leadership out into the marketplace, good ideas and insights, that you will more organically attract the right clients to you, attract the right leads to you. And by the way, when it is a good time to hire a salesperson, when you can support them, then they will benefit from the really great story that you have been cultivating through those marketing activities. That's it for this Just Ask Jody. If you've got a question that you'd like to ask me for another Just Ask Jody in the future, you can email me at jody@thesuttercompany.com, and I'll see you next time.